Hi, my name is Bethany, and welcome to the library. This is episode 5. We're continuing our conversation about Christmas books, which I'm particularly excited to talk about because I love this holiday, which is why I'm also wearing the best Christmas shirt I have ever owned in my entire life. The Thug Life with all the OGs from the best Christmas movies of all time. The opportunity was too good. So here we are. Today we're going to be talking about funny Christmas books. And I love funny Christmas books because I think you want to capture your audience, right? Like you want to pull your audience in. And if your audience are children, which these are all picture books, you want to make them laugh. At least I want to make them laugh when I read aloud. So I have gathered up some really fun picture books that kids love, that they crack up at. You can buy these books as gifts for your kids, for your nieces and nephews, for your grandkids. But you know what? Also, if you're going to a Christmas party, buy a book and bring it as the hostess gift because that will make that child's day. I understand that the child's not hosting the party necessarily, but it's just a really fun way to introduce reading and the holidays, and these books are funny. So it's a win-win. Win-win. Okay, let's get started. But before I forget, all of these books and this t-shirt, you can find in my Amazon affiliate link, which is in the description. So I've made it really easy. If you want to match with me, I hope you want to match with me. We can have matching books and matching shirts together. It'll be so fun. Okay, here we go. So this first book is by Elise Parsley, and it's if you ever want to bring a pirate to see Santa, don't. Elise Parsley has several books along the Don't series. They're hilarious, and this one is just like kids start laughing immediately because they're like, "Wait, why would you bring a pirate to see Santa?" Okay, that's a good point. But the better question is, what happens if you do bring a pirate to see Santa? And it's just obviously there's a shark involved. It just gets it just begins to quickly unravel so quickly. And as a parent, you understand waiting in that line for Santa. And so you're mortified for the parent in the book. But as a kid, you're like, this is actually a really great idea. I like this book very much. So Elise Parsley, she's hilarious. She's a genius. I really do think she is a genius when it comes to writing and illustrating picture books. She's so funny. The main character's name is Magnolia. It's the best. Okay. The next one is by a guy named Alex William, and it's Elves Are the Worst. And he has several other books. You could see here, unicorns are the worst, dragons are the worst, and yetis are the worst. Okay, a few years ago, I bought this book for my children. We read it probably 4 times in a row, laughing every single time. And then I immediately went and bought the rest of his books because they were so witty and so funny. We needed the complete set, obviously. But it's really just okay, you kind of go through Santa's workshop and you're following elves and you're just learning maybe they're not as sweet as we think they are. If you have an elf on the shelf, then you know the absolute terrors that they can be. So it's really fine and it's really good that finally there's a picture book calling out their behavior. It's needed. It's very much needed. Kids will laugh so hard at these 2 books for sure. Even adults will laugh at them. They're really funny. Okay, so these next 2 books are by Elise Primavera. I hope I'm saying her name right. This is the Auntie Claus series. I feel like there's a 3rd book in this series. There is. It says it right here. Auntie Claus and the Key to Christmas. I thought I had it. I can't find it on the shelf. So you guys get to see 2 of them. There's 3. I can only find 2 in my library. Sometimes I lose a book. It happens. So this book is funny, but almost in a mysterious way. And what I mean by that is that this little girl loves her aunt so much. And her aunt is eccentric, and it's based out of New York City. And so like you have this eccentric New Yorker who conveniently disappears around the holidays and is raising a lot of questions for this little girl. And so you kind of follow, like, you're tracking that the Claus business, Santa Claus, it's a family business, but she doesn't know. And so it's really fun to read this book aloud, read the subsequent books along with it as they go through, and they, meaning the main character, little girl, and the child you're reading it to, are figuring out, wait, hold on. There's some things that are just a little bit mysterious with this. These are really fun books to read. We return to them quite frequently. I think they're just such a fun, version. It's all about family. It's all about, just, you know, when you have that, like, that family member, whether it's an uncle or an aunt, and they are just the coolest. And especially around the holidays, these are fun books to have. Okay, this next few books I'm really excited about because did you know that there's a genre of picture books that are based around Christmas, but they also have they're ninja based. Yes, I love these so much. Okay, let's start with Samurai Santa. Hilarious. Lots of ninja moves taking place in this one. Really unique illustrations as well, which is fun. If you have a rambunctious child, this is great. Is your child in taekwondo or karate, and you need a gift to give their instructor? Look no further. Perfection. What about this one? Ninja Claus. This is part of a series by Ari Chung. I'm a big fan of him. I love his illustrations. I love the way he writes books. I think I have almost every book he's ever written because I tend to do that. Like if I like an author, I'll just eventually, it's a goal of mine to have all their books. So let's support their cause, right? But he has several books in this Ninja series. Ninja Claus is the Christmas edition. He also has Ninja and Ninja Attack of the Clans. So you see the same character throughout. There's really, really funny. Ninja Claus, I mean, let's be honest. This kid is trying to catch the big guy. I don't make the rules here. I'm just saying that you need to have a certain set of skills to be Santa Claus. And a child who's like, I'm a ninja during the day and it's Christmas and I'm going to get you. I think it's fantastic. Okay, this is also another version, The Great Santa Stakeout by Dan Santat. I hope I'm saying his name correctly because I love his work. I have a lot of his books too. So big fan of his work, big fan of his books. And I love his illustrations and just like the way he weaves a story is just iconic. Truly. But the premise of this book is, can Santa be outwitted by his number one fan? Which, you know, you were either the child that stayed up all night wanting to catch Santa, or you are raising the child who wants to stay up all night to catch Santa. You're one of it's one or the other. And so if you have a kid who's like, this is the year I'm going to stay up all night, this is the book you need to get. Or if you were that child, you still need to get this book. I'm just saying. Okay. We're all familiar with this classic, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. There's several different movie versions, but don't forget that before it was ever a movie, it was a book by Dr. Seuss. But they have since added some additions to it, which I love because Dr. Seuss had a helper with this book. This is Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Lost Christmas. This book just came out. I believe it just came out last year. It's a sequel to How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And Dr. Seuss's helper, who helped write this book, is a man by the name of Alistair Him. And I'm a big fan. I know I've said that for the last few authors that I've just mentioned, but I am. I stumbled upon Alistair's books from his first picture book. I thought it was so brilliant and so funny that I have since kept very close eye on like the books that he has coming out, and then I go and buy them because I find his work to be very well written, it's funny, it's engaging, it's just witty, and it's fun. And so when I saw that he was helping Dr. Seuss, I was like, there's really no one better for this. This is the right person. So he has written, or he has helped write How the Grinch Lost Christmas, which is the sequel to How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So that's fantastic. But Alistair, well, he's very well acquainted with Christmas books. And he has two of his own that he wrote. He did not need a helper with this one. He wrote these two books. Hello Tree is his first Christmas book. Fantastic. You just kind of follow this. There's adventure. There's a rascally fox. Fun illustrations taking place. This is such a good book. You can't go wrong with any of his books, honestly. And then this year, he has come out with Stop That Santa. So you have this Sherlock Holmes-esque character who's trying to stop Santa. It says, snow is falling all around. It's almost Christmas Day. But wait, did Santa steal our tree? Don't let him get away. This has another book called Stop That Witch. It's on the back. I'm reading from here, guys. And Stop That Witch is the Halloween version of this book. So I was really excited when I saw, well, first of all, I was appalled when I realized that he had two books that I didn't own. I somehow missed the memo on both of them. That was embarrassing for myself. So I went and added both books. And I'm really excited to have this. I was reading through it, and it's just so fun. The illustrations are really great. So this, it's fine. Hold on. Here you go. Here's the stack of books that you can read that are funny and engaging, and they just draw the reader in. And I hope that it's entertaining for both the kid who's reading the books, the adult who's reading to the child. This Christmas, I hope that part of your Christmas tradition includes reading aloud to the child in your life, because it's the most valuable thing that we can give to our kids is the gift of reading, in my opinion. Have a great day.